Hello, my dear Virgo. This is your love and spirituality reading for the mid-month of August 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I read for the signs in order of most liked videos, so don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for your sign. You can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting and subscribing to my channel. I'm so grateful for all of your appreciation. And the reading can go both ways, so the message is for the people who watch it. So if you cross-watch for another sign and recognize yourself as the main person in the reading, just trust your own intuition. Hi, Yaga. And you will get the message you need. For this reading, I used Osho Tarot by Deva Padma. I have been using it since 1995, and this deck has been my main source of inspiration to read chart in the way I do. I will make a shorter 5-card spread to make it more digestible for you. And now I'll start to shuffle your cards. Hello, Jelly Bean. So, when I open your deck here, I see Innocence in reversed and the Dream in reversed. So Innocence is of course the Sun card. And the Dream here, it's the past life and childhood card. So, what we can see from this is that it's like you have lost hope in something. I'm thinking you have started to see the reality of some sort of situation, and you feel like it's not going to become in the way you want it to. I'm thinking you have been more innocent and maybe naive before in your life, and it's a very beautiful personal thing to have, like to be this loving and innocent and nostalgic about things and loving people forever and things like this. But I'm thinking you have done some kind of reality check and something that before was glorious to you has now ended up in the shadow here. The shadow of the sunlight, of course. It's a good thing actually, because you're starting to grow up and being able to see not only the good things with people, but also like the more shady things. It's like you have gotten another viewpoint of things. Okay, so I call divine with love and light. And here we have maturity together with the Dream here. So for some of you, the Dream is still very much alive. It's just that you have lost a little bit hope in it. And this maturity card is also talking about, of course, maturity, but it's the Ace of Pentacles. So it's the first step in something. It's like a new beginning or a new chance for something. So maybe you felt that this new chance would never come, but actually there's still a possibility. So you have started to become like lost patience or lost hope with something, but actually the hope is still there. This is what it seems like from here. Okay, so I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and we see a new vision together with maturity. So it won't be without delays, it won't be without challenges, it won't be without obstacles, because new vision, it's the card for evolution. It's the card for going through a great evolution and then reaching your goal. But the challenge needs to be met so that you will evolve, and then this new future will come to you. It's going to take sacrifice, it's going to take hard work, and it's going to take all of your ability to put attention into something to get this dream launched. Okay, and you might need also patience for like the signal when this next step needs to be taken. So you need to wait a little bit with patience. It's something new definitely coming, but it's not without problems. So it won't come like really easy, and that might be why you have lost hope in it, because maybe there has been a very bumpy road, and it started to become tainted for you. It's like it's not equally if it would have been a more easy ride, it would have been also maybe more romantic or more happy for you. But actually this comes with a lot of challenges, because you need to grow, and the situation needs to grow, and it's growing. It's just that it might be a little bit tedious waiting for this evolution. It's like you're waiting for the end goal, but for the divine, this maturity, this where you are growing, it's the important thing, not the end goal. Okay, so I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Virgos. And we have comparison here, and this fighting card, I saw it underneath one of the other cards as well. So here we have a lot of these obstacles, all the things that you have needed to learn to deal with people, problematic people, in a way that's more mature and loving. Also being able to deal with people that might not be as particularly mature, and still feel the connection between you two. Like, even if you are so different, it might be like a person causing you problem in your life, maybe at work or in your home, or maybe it's your life partner, but they're still yours. It's like they're still you need to deal with this, okay, because they have come for a reason, and you need to learn you need to learn to become more like have more self-control, and to choose wisely your options instead of just jumping into something. Or it can be also you being very bitter about something or very angry at someone, and still you need to hold your horses and try to be the mature one. Okay, so it's time to not be childish, but to be very, very grown up in this situation and try to see it from an above perspective. So I want my dear Virgos to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so my dear Virgos, now we'll see what's going on with you. Thank you, Mary, for being here and watching. I'm just going to tune into you, Virgo, and your energy a little bit. I'm using a new camera, and it's making the proportion a little bit bigger. It's an iPhone 7. I prefer my Samsung 7 Edge, but well, I have this phone. I need to use it for something. So now tuning into you, Virgo, and the second part of August 2018. So my dear Virgo, this is your reading there, and this is the bottom of the deck, and we have a Page of Swords. So Page of Swords is a card about truth and honesty, and like following your divine guidance, like you were Jean d'Arc, okay? But with the Page of Swords in the reversed, it might be that this energy is either in overdrive, or someone is using this power to maybe to hurt you, or to be, it's like an over intelligent person that's on a rampage a little bit, like a rebel without a cause, or a person that is saying something without really thinking it through. So what I'm feeling with this is that you might have a person in your surrounding that kind of feel very drawn to you, but can't be nice towards you. It might be a person also looking into all your social media. It might be gossip going on. It might be that there's like an entity that I'm feeling that you might have like greater compassion for this person, but they are not particularly nice towards you. So this might be you, of course, doing this as well, but it feels very juvenile, like a person that might have been agitated for some reason, and is now checking in on you and not knowing where to do with this energy. Okay. And here we have intensity in the other half of this deck, and this is Knight of Wands. It's a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries energy, but it doesn't have to be that person. It's just this energy of moving very rapidly forward. So it might be that you have changed a lot, Virgo, into a more spiritual being, and people on the outside, they are used to how you were before, and now when you have changed, they become a little bit agitated with this because it's like they're losing control over you. So this is one of the stories I felt there. Okay, so this is you, and this is your past, and this is your future. This is the past of situation, person, circumstance, or how the divine has been working together with you, maybe on a certain project, learning something. And this is the future of that said thing. Okay. So this is the now, and we have the Beyond Illusion. It's the Judgment card, and it's also in the reversed. So I'm thinking something is hidden from you. It's something that you can't really see. It's like when you meet a really beautiful person and you think that they are also good. It might not be the case. Okay, a beautiful exterior doesn't have to also include a beautiful heart. But we get easily fooled by the surface of things, and you might have misjudged a situation. So I'm not wanting to like scare you. Thank you, Mary. My first donation on this this thing. Okay, very nice. And this Beyond Illusion, it's about you needing to see things more clearly. I don't want to scare you, but and it's actually not really a scary thing if you learn to just see through the illusions, okay, through the cover-ups, how people are putting you in a position where they are not looking out for you, but actually looking out for themselves. And you might think that this is a good situation or a good person, but actually it's not. And it's obvious for everyone else, but you might see it from a certain point of angle. Maybe you are titillated a little bit by this person, or you have history with them. We saw the Sun card, 19, this is 20, and the Six of Cups in reversed. So it might be that you have history with them, and therefore you can't see things clearly. So there's a person in your life that's not really nice, and it's not there to make your life to destroy anything. They're actually there to wake you up, so to make you being able to see people for what they are instead of what you want them to be. Okay, so this is your past, and here we have the new vision. Again, number 12, 1 + 2 is 3. It's connected to the Empress. It's some kind of birth happening here, some kind of evolution. You are supposed to become more aware, more awake. It's like before you might have not been able to see certain things because this was underneath your awareness level, but now you are growing into and you're evolving, so you're starting to be able to see things that you weren't able to see before. So this will be very, very helpful for you because you will get much better judgmental skills, not the one that makes you bitter, but the one that makes you more adult, more aware. You know what a person is doing, you see their game, you see the thing that's it doesn't have to be like a person that's really like a bad person. It can be a person that is having a lot of trouble. Maybe they have been through things that have made their personality a bit troubled. Maybe they are easily scorned, for example, and it seems like you have been a little bit out in the blue with this. You haven't really seen it. Maybe you have made it about yourself, that, oh, I have done something to agitate this person, I need to be a better person, but actually it's like you need to have better judgmental skills. Okay, so This is your future, and we have thunderbolt. So this is going to affect your life. Or imagine that this is a person that you're working very close together with, and then finally one day you start to see that they have been sabotaging you all this time. And you need to start to address that. That will be very, very scary, and it's going to take down maybe situations that's precious for you. Imagine that it's your husband and you finally see them in the daylight, and you understand that this is not a good situation. It can't continue like this. So things are going to rapidly change by your new awareness. And with the judgment in reverse, you probably don't want this kind of awareness. You don't want this situation to unfold in the way they do. But this is your force together with the divine. This is not something that happens to you. It's these flashes of insight, and it will destroy situations that you have built upon illusion. You have tried to think very positively maybe, and try to see people in a very positive light. And here you're not able to do that anymore, because you see the reality. You get these flashes of insight, and a situation that before was tolerable is no longer this. Okay, you can't stand it because you are now seeing the reality. So it's going to be like it's itching your skin, and you're going to have to do something about it. So the tower is actually it's actually your energy together with the divine. So you don't have to fear this. It's actually something good. It wants to clean out your life, make it more accordingly with your own energy, making it more like a situation that you can have more awareness in. But when we are losing our old dreams and the way we saw things before, we might want to go back to oblivion. It's like Matrix. If you're taking the wrong pill or the right pill, you can't go back to unlearn this what you now have learned. So you might want to go back to being maybe tolerant and being able to withstand a situation that's not really particularly nice. But with this card, you won't be able to. So it's going to change, and it's all major arcana card showing that the divine is walking at your side in this moment and really wants you to be awakened. So you are supported, and it's going to be difficult. It's a transition period you're going through, but you're also taking in more of your responsibilities. You're becoming more a soul on earth instead of a human being on earth. So it's very you are much more also power that you can aim in any way you want to, but it might be very hard to use your free will here and to do something that's more convenient because this energy is so high. So if you try to tame it and okay, I will be more diplomatic, I will try to be more nice, I will try to endure, I will try to not mention this, it's probably not going to go that well because this is energy that's very hard for one person to hold back. Okay, so we'll see the past of this person's situations or the work that you have done with the divine. Yes, Christian, what the hell? And here you have Innocence card. It's a Sun card again in the reversed. Still only major arcana cards. And it says that you in the past didn't see the reality exactly as it was. Maybe because of your innocence. Maybe because you wanted things to be nice. I think you have been like being rather highly spiritually evolved. So you have been trying to be a very good person, and you wanted to see things in a very positive way, put in positive energies into the situation, being tolerant, not reactive. So you wanted to be like more of a soul and less of an animal, like less reactive. But actually your reaction is probably the truth. And this other thing is your how you want things to be, and it's not true, it's an illusion, and that's why the Sun card is in the reverse. I'm thinking this situation with this irritating situation is here to make you see this. So sometimes we can endure a lot of things and it happening again and again and again and again, and we just tolerate it. But in this time we are right now, it's like the volume is being increased, and you won't be able to tolerate because the divine doesn't want you to tolerate it. They want evolution. They want you to see the truth and act accordingly with the truth, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's going to push you beyond your borders and make you step into something that you didn't want to step into. So, and in the future here, we have the dream, of course. So I'm thinking like this. In many situations, this will be a family member or someone you hold very close, like a dear friend or a lover, and you still love them. It doesn't matter how inconvenient this is. So you're going to have to hold both of these energies, like loving this person that you now see not with your in love brain, but actually with your awakened one, where you're not just like the brain is setting itself when you fall in love, for example, it's setting itself so you won't see all the problems with the person that you're with. So it will be easier to be in a relationship with them. But now you're seeing the problems and the love is still there. So you're going to have to deal with like twice this energy. Like both this energy of you seeing the truth but still loving the person. So it's kind of combining your old spiritual teaching like this with unconditional love and having patience with people and seeing things in a positive way, and in the same time seeing the truth about something. And it's actually making you very powerful. It makes you into a person that can see the reality, know exactly what's going on, and still hold high frequency love and compassion. So it's a very good thing. But when you start to you act accordingly with the reality, the situation for the other person might become a little bit more problematic, and that's going to challenge them also into growing. Yes. Sometimes I see things in the candles, and I'm actually seeing something now, but it's not saying me anything, but it might tell you something. So I'll try to make you see this. It's not easy because the light is so but it's there. It's a person there. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard for me to. This iPhone is not acting like my Samsung, so I can't really, but it's a person there anyway, and it's like an old family photography with a face of a boy. I would say it's a boy. Okay, so that was a little bit of a sidetrack, but it caught my eye again and again, so that usually means something. So it was a message maybe for just a few of you. It's like an old family photography with a person that might be in the age of like high school or a little bit older, and look very nice. It's like a nice person. It might be someone that's not with us anymore also. Okay, so I'll read this Beyond Illusion. Okay, so Beyond Illusion, because I feel you need it. I try to move along a little bit faster, but the butterfly in this card represents the outer, that which is constantly moving and that which is not real but an illusion. Behind the butterfly is the face of consciousness, looking inward to what is eternal and real. The space between the two eyes has opened, revealing the lotus of consciousness unfolding and the rising sun of awareness awakening. Through the rising of the inner sun, you have the sun card there, meditation is born. The card reminds us not to look outside for what is real, but to look within. When we focus on externals, we too often get caught up in judgment. This is good, this is bad, I want this, I don't want that. These judgments keep us trapped in our illusions or sleepiness, our old habits and patterns. Drop your opinionated mind and move inside. There you can relax into your own deeper truth, where the difference between dreams and reality is already known. And I'm thinking that this card actually came in the reversed. So I'm thinking you have already, you know, searched the internal a lot, like always seeing your own behavior, trying to improve yourself, trying to make things better. You can't change the other person, you can only change yourself. And that is still true. It's just that you can't either live in an illusion that everything is nice. So you need to have your judgment skills. You need to know when things feels good, when things feels bad, and when things are not really exactly as you want them. So it's like you have tried to endure things that you didn't really endure because you wanted to be this very spiritual person, or to be like just nice. And here you are asked to do something else. You're asked to also see the reality about the situations that you are in. Okay, so I will take Sacred Rebel Oracle card for you and see what's going on for my dear Virgos. Oh, Fate in the Process. I think it was the same that came for Leo. Fate in the Process. It's 32. So, fate in the process. No matter how powerful we are, how much courage and strength we have, there are times when we can't quite move ourselves along to the next phase of life or creative exploration. At such times, we need some divine intervention, a little help in pulling our trolley along, so to speak. When we are at the edge of our own limits and have no more personal resources, we might be left with only one spiritual power, that of fate. Fortunately, that is enough. As unlikely as it may seem, the invisible help from the universe is often more powerful than the physical efforts of 1,000 men. That is because the invisible help is not limited by physical laws. It can shift, bend, and move in ways that defy limitation. It can affect, evoke, and influence situations through invisible but undeniable persuasive means. You are in a situation where you cannot set right the course of events all by yourself. This is not an indication that you have done something wrong, nor does this suggest that you are not strong enough. It is just a sign that there is something bigger unfolding in your life, and your willpower will be supplemented by the power of life itself. And that's why it's almost all major arcana cards, despite this, the dream card, past life oracle, reconciliation. It might be that someone might return, but since you have the Page of Swords in reversed, because this might be you being very surprised by this return, and it might be not a pleasant return. It can be like the same old, but in this case you're supposed to see through the illusions, okay, and see what's really going on, not what you want to happen, but what's actually going on, even if it's very, very painful, because maybe you have dreamed of this and wanted this, and when it comes like a little bit of shock, because things aren't as you wanted them to be or you wish them to be. But when you act accordingly with the reality, you wake up, and the divine is going to help to move you into a better circumstance. So trust your own instinct, trust your own awareness and your own judgmental skills in this situation, and don't sell yourself off short. Yes. Sometimes a bigger plan needs to manifest for the benefit of humanity on Earth. and the earth, you need to shift your perspective to realize that you are a part of the greater unfoldment of life, that your individual life serves the greater plan, and that you're not separate from its genius. This is what is happening now. You happen to be instrumental to the greater plan, and as such, you need to accept your position and be moved, while also being empowered and protected as you make personal progress to your role in the grander scheme. This is a time for humility and trust. You need complete faith in the process and events that are happening. There is nothing to worry about. You will be moved most fully and easily and with the most grace and assistance through your faithful surrender. So the new vision is about surrendering, and I'm thinking that you have one dream that you want it to be in a certain kind of way, but it's not. And when you surrender to the truth, that will be a great success, and it will be a great help for your path forward. Ironically, it is through complete surrender in total faith that we become the most empowered. When we are no longer trying to impede the perfection of the greater plan, we can be aligned with it and moved by the process. So, for example, if we wish a person to be in a different way, but we accept that they are in a certain way and we can't change it, we just relax into it and okay, so this is how it is. You might love this person or want what's best for them, but you can't help them in the situation that's unfolding right now. The best way you can help them is by doing clear reality checks, by really showing them that you see the truth and that you have the knowing. That might be a wake-up call for also this other person or this situation, or it can be more than one person. Having faith in the benevolence of life rather than harboring the suspicion that life is seeking to catch us out, have a joke at our expense, or carelessly toss us about as though we mean nothing, then we can relax a little. I'm thinking many of you will feel exactly like this because you have tried to be very positive, and now you might wake up to feeling like life is a joke, and it's a joke on your expense. Because why have you been wasting time on this project or with these people when they really didn't want what's best for you? But that's the reality check that you need in this moment. Having faith in the process gives you space to be curious about what is taking place and to relax enough to be open to what we are most in need of, even if you aren't exactly sure what that is or how it can happen. The guidance from this oracle comes direct from the greater source of life itself. There is now an opportunity for you to be moved from this situation you are currently in to the next chapter in your life story. You can't do it on your own. It's too big a shift. It needs the grace of life to intervene on your behalf. So you might feel like this, like life is a joke, and it's a joke on your expense, but still trust the process. You have been working so hard, and you're very close to a solution. It's just that you might need to have this a little bit of a breakdown or reality check and see that no, things aren't as great as you thought they were. Then when you accept that and relax into it, okay, so this is the truth, it's actually going to help you enormously with moving along towards what you really want and what you really need. So it's like the divine intervention with the thunderbolt here with the tower card that will actually lead to your true dream, the thing that you really want. So I see that I have gotten more donations and I missed it. I'm sorry, but I'm super grateful for anyone. And you can go back and see the chat afterwards and see who were gracious enough to send donations. Okay. You can't do this on your own. It's too big a shift. It needs the grace of life to intervene on your behalf. You will need faith, though. You may feel as though the wheels of your trolley are coming off or that they are a bit rickety, but you must also understand that the voice of life is now coming straight to your heart with the message, I have resources you know not of. It is safe to trust in my ways and in my wisdom, for I love you and I'm guiding you into all that's rightfully yours. Know that what is rightfully yours is what your heart truly desires, and you need to fear no loss. Nothing that is meant to come to you will be denied, and it's safe for you to let go and allow me to move you. Through fate, peace is restored, and you are able to know this and perhaps have some fun in the process. You can do this healing exercise as well. I now ask that all disappointing experience of the past that have led me to believe that life is not trustworthy, or that fate is a silly or immature way to deal with life, be released from my mind, body, and heart. I ask for help to accept that I can and will attract all that is needed into my life at the perfect time and in the perfect way. I asked to be empowered to absolutely receive all that can assist me with gratitude and without shame or guilt. In doing so, I dedicate myself to be a clear, loving, open channel for the flow of life. I know the benefit in doing so is not limited to me, but will flow so that life can benefit others through me. I trust in this now through unconditional love, so be it. After everything, also you have been seeing the truth, you need to have still faith and try to really trust life, so you won't be desperate for what you are seeing as the truth that you didn't really want. So it's always like this right now, that you need to be able to hold, as I said, both the awareness of how this person or situation is, but still the love and hope for this situation. You need to be able to see the truth and still have faith. You need to be able to, maybe there will be like some kind of shock where you will see, oh, this is a repetitive pattern in my life. No one really loves me. So that might be what you are seeing. And still you need to have faith that you are here to actually bring in this love to earth. And if it's not here, you are the one that brings it here. So have faith in that this work that you are doing is going to have effect on the earth, and the love that it can contain here in the shape and form of human beings that might have gone a little bit astray, and are too caught up in reaching to the top, obtaining money, feeling secure, and have forgotten all about love and how to take care of each other. But you are here to correct this by seeing it, and then be able to act accordingly to it with love and with the grace of the divine. So it's very beautiful, but it's not easy. It's not going to be easy for you to go through this, but it will be extraordinary, okay? And you're super backed up by the divine at this time. So even if you feel sometimes lonely or like tossed out like garbage, still know that you are valuable. So don't fall into despair just because there's a strong energy pulling your life into a new direction. It's going to be good, but you need to just go with it and relax into it. Okay, so my dear Virgos, I hope this helped. I want you to take really good care, and I also want to welcome you back to my September reading that I will perform in the mid of August. Take really good care and have a really nice summer, and thank you all for watching and being here. Yes, okay, so bye bye. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Okay, bye bye.